The 2020 presidential race could see a big shakeup very soon. Former New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg is thinking of adding his name to the list of Democratic candidates. In response, Senator Elizabeth Warren welcomed the 77-year-old media mogul to the race and suggested he check out her ideas for helping everyday Americans. Senator Bernie Sanders tweeted that billionaires like Bloomberg should be, quote, scared. Ed O'Keefe is covering campaign 2020. Ed, good morning. As I recall, this is not the first time Bloomberg has considered running for president.
Oh, that's right, Tony. If we had $1 for every other time we heard that he might do this, well, we still wouldn't be as wealthy as him. But what makes this significant is that he's actually doing some of the paperwork now to get into the race. He sent aides to Alabama, which has the earliest filing deadline for the presidential elections. It's today. All of this is a sign he's opening the door wider than he ever has before.
This country is in real trouble. We need somebody to pull people together.
Just last week, former Mayor Michael Bloomberg said he had doubts about the current Democratic presidential contenders.
I have my reservations about the people running and the way they're campaigning and the promises they're making that they can't fulfill.
Now, after spending millions to help Democrats win elections across the country, he's seriously considering a bit of his own. In a statement, a spokesman says, "We now need to finish the job and ensure that Trump is defeated." But Mike is increasingly concerned that the current field of candidates is not well positioned to do that.
Under Mike Bloomberg's tenure.
In September, he told CBS This Morning he was staying out of the 2020 race, partly because former Vice President Joe Biden was leading a crowded field.
Are you sitting here going, I wish I had done it?
No, I never think back. There was not a road for me when Joe was in the race to get through because we would have split the votes.
But recent polling shows Biden is slipping behind liberals Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders and moderate Indiana Mayor Pete Buttigieg. Bloomberg is a former registered Republican and independent who rejoined the Democratic Party just last year.
How about a possible presidential run?
He's been mentioned as a possible presidential candidate since 2008. In 2016, he backed Hillary Clinton and attacked then-candidate Donald Trump.
I'm a New Yorker, and I know a con when I see one.
All right, Ed, let's talk details. If Bloomberg does decide to run, what challenges does he face entering this late in the campaign? And where does he fit among the other Democrats in the field?
Well, sure, he'd have a lot of catching up to do to the other candidates who've been campaigning for months. But the one thing, of course, he has is money, and he's expected to spend his own fortune on building a team, getting on the ballot, and advertising. But a recent poll also shows that if Bloomberg were to enter the race, only 6% of Democratic primary voters say they'd definitely vote for him. He'll also have to answer for his record as New York mayor, including implementing the controversial policing tactic known as stop and frisk that disproportionately targeted minorities. It's already been the subject of conversation on the campaign trail.
All right, a lot of work ahead for him. Ed, thank you very much.